Greetings, everybody. Crazy Matt 100 training week 9, 2 pages plus 1 on the homemade calendar. Got lots of fun stuff to talk to. This is my last week was a cutback week. That's what we call it in this thing we do called training. I decided not to have any real goals to do. Just because we were doing a big event this weekend with some friends. So I figured that was just going to take enough out of me to be called training anyway. So I had no goals for mileage at all this weekend. All I wanted to do is have a good time, enjoy myself, and I knew I'd be out running and doing other things anyway. Started Monday off with a Xpanga class workout where you ride a bike, like a spin class, and then you do weight training, circuit style, and you also do yoga, mostly yoga poses that contain stretching in this version of that class. The spin class was great. I had a good time during that. I actually had a good time during the whole thing. It was an interesting format, and I liked the stretching activity afterwards, which kind of opened you back up. And the stretching and what you did as the workout were really well connected, stretching those same groups of muscles you worked out. There's an unfortunate part to all of this was you did 12 reps with a heavy weight for doing bicep curls. You did 12 reps of a lighter weight. You did 12 more reps of the lightest, 8 reps of each. 8 reps big, 8 reps medium, 8 reps light weight. And then on top of that, in one of the other sets, you did 12 push-ups. Well, you did 3 sets of those, so it wound up being like whatever 3 times 72 reps of this and 36 push-ups. Apparently, this little ligament down in here became massively inflamed. It physically swelled up both biceps. I mean, it looked great. It looked like I just got Botox in my biceps. They were just nice, fat, and jiggly, except it was excruciating pain because the only comfortable position was non-weight bearing with my hands set down at a 90-degree angle and nothing pushed or strained that ligament. Ibuprofen, sleeping at night was just painful because you'd want to stretch your arms out. Anytime I straightened my arm, it was just searing pain. So that went on for all day, started Monday evening, sometime when I woke up in the middle of the night, went all day Tuesday, and then was even worse on Wednesday, and finally started clearing up Thursday. Anywho, that was pretty much, Tuesday I did go do the 7 minutes on the treadmill at 12%. I increased to 12%. I increased to 4.2 miles an hour for 7-minute rep and 3-minute rest. So that was nice. The time seems incredibly long. 7 minutes is incredibly long when you're doing that. It felt easier, even though I increased it, which is a very nice thing to do. See that I am continuing to increase my thresholds. So that was good. Thursday, packed all day. Got ready for Friday. We left Friday about noon out to Asheville, Old Fort area, for the Hellbender 100-mile race this weekend. We had two of our friends, Oz and Grub, doing it. It was their first time doing this race. We had 3, 4, 6. We had 6 pacers coming, myself and my wife included, Jen. The weather was absolutely perfectly phenomenal. Not too hot, not too cold, just enough sun, just enough cloud cover. No major water crossings where you would ever get your feet wet. A lot of new trail that's built to the new trail standard, more like a Western Mountain standard. Nice wide, easy footing, few roots, rocks, and then there's the other parts that are just absolutely utter chaos and technicality. This year's course was different because Hurricane Helene came through, so the course was completely kept on the Old Fort side. And if you haven't seen videos of what Old Fort looks like from Helene, please go back and just search Old Fort Helene. It's incredibly powerful to see what happened to that community and to all of those communities. That's just one example of what happened to these communities. And this one's right next to an interstate where they could get very quickly, get quick assistance back to. The race directors gave some very powerful speeches on like all of this stuff that happened and how it affected them and their race, and just the extra layers of additional workload that was caused. One of the things I'd like to shout out is something that kind of made an impact on me was the race director commented that there are Western States and a Hard Rock qualifier. Just a couple of days after this event happened, both Western States and Hard Rock got in contact with the race directors and said, no matter what you do for this course next year, you're still going to be a Hard Rock qualifier and a Western States qualifier to help you out as best we can. So I think that speaks volumes to what our community does overall. We're all there for each other, no matter what the scenario is or who we need to help. We just want to help and make sure that everyone can get things done and be accomplished and be satisfied with their accomplishments. So cheers to the other race directors and crews and the effort that went through. The effort that went through for this race was absolutely, hands down, phenomenal. They had run crews out doing stuff. Just the workload put on, the extra workload put on all of them. And the recovery effort was incredible. So kudos to them. And some of what I see, the bigger community involved in the Crazy Mountain, the stuff that I'm seeing posted that they're doing within their larger community, with some of the local Native American tribes, some of the local bakeries and centers, that they're getting involved in this bigger activity that we call ultra running. The community there is growing, I believe, I would say every year, because of the involvement of the race directors and their staff reaching out and making sure that they're engaged with their immediate community in making this event as community-based and big as possible. So hands down to that crew and staff for doing all of that outreach. My wife and I ran, and we were pacing from 12:30 to right at 5 o'clock, I think it was, 5 a.m. section, nothing too mountainous. Terrain was very forgiving, very easy, a lot of forest road section. You did that loop twice with 3 different pacers. We had a great night, perfect weather once again. Our runners were in amazingly good shape. We hiked almost the entirety of it. My wife's runner ran short little sections, but we wound up being within like 2 minutes of each other all the time. So it was fun to get to pace people, because normally when my wife and I go to these things, one of us is pacing, one of us is doing the crew chiefing aspect. So we never really got a break to like enjoy just all that time. We were always planning, preparing, driving, moving, restaging everything, and just all of that, and keeping up with. This time we got there, got everything ready. We left, we came back, and then we got to pick up and go back and get ready for our next sections of work. However, we worked the crew chiefs for this, so we did all of the pre-work to not do any work. So we pre-planned 2 different versions of what was going on, so that when we got done, we didn't have to work and worry about everything. So, but we got to do that together. So it did make it much easier for us to be involved. Yeah, that was our week. We did 14.3 miles that day. Oh yeah, that morning, whatever, overnight section. Came home and tried to do the old sleeps and all this stuff. And you know, when you're on medications and stuff like that, sometimes you can't take your meds to go to sleep. You can't take your meds to do the daytime jobs because you want to sleep. So if you take them, you're not going to sleep. So I got about an hour's sleep. My wife got about 2 hours sleep, and then we were up and at it again. But that's what ultra is when you're out there crewing. It's get whatever you can when you can. So this week, workout, my last 1 mile repeats. I have supposed to have my first 20 this weekend. This is a 45-mile week coming up. So yeah. I hope everybody's been getting along really good. It's getting to that stage in training where the mileage is starting to go up, and it's very easy for us to run through a lot. Take care of yourself now. Reevaluate everything now. Don't wait for something to just continually pester and go. This is nearing the end of when we can take care of these things, because it can take like 2 weeks, 3 weeks to get it taken care of. And in that time, we're really starting to bounce our mileage up and bounce every routine up. So really start focusing in on taking care of the things that we can take care of in our bodies and our life now, to make our training easier and to make the experience overall better. Because if the experience is good, your body's good, and your body knows when experiences are bad. Reach out to your friends, your family, who've done these before maybe, and ask for assistance, ask for some help. We're all here to give a lending hand and help. So till next time, Crazy Mountain people, enjoy your weather, enjoy your training, stay upright. Peace.